My family moved to Orlando in 1972. My father was selling building supplies, and Disney was in the process of being built, and he wanted to try to get those jobs. He sold a lot of different building supplies, roofing materials, and stuff like that. So this was really a land of opportunity in the early 70s. So my father looked at it as an opportunity to get a better job. So our whole family came down here, and it was funny. I loved Cleveland, Ohio, where I was from, and I said, you know, as soon as I'm old enough, I'm going to move back. I was 10 years old. I was very angry. I loved the museums and all that we had in Cleveland. And I moved down here, and boy, we didn't have anything like that. And I remember being so disappointed. And I had gone to Severance Hall and seen the Cleveland Symphony Orchestra play in this elaborate hall. I thought it was so amazing. And we came down here to Florida, and I saw the Florida Symphony Orchestra, and I had to sit on folding chairs on terrazzo floors, and I thought, oh, this is just so horrible. I can't wait to go back to Cleveland. And what's really neat, though, is I've gotten a chance to see Orlando. Now we're going to have our own performing arts center, and over time see that change. So I'm really glad to have been able to see that. So that's how we started. We came down here in search of work, basically. I have to tell you, when we moved down here, we lived very close to Vaughan Nursery. It was a very large nursery that's now on 46. It was right in Castleberry. I went to Lyman High School. I got to tell you, nobody wanted to live downtown back in the 70s. It was really kind of a rough neighborhood, and I remember we'd go to pick up my father, and it would be pretty rough. And I'd say, Mommy, these houses are so beautiful, and she'd say, Patty, nobody would want to live down here. It's not a very nice place. And of course, now Eola Heights is one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in downtown Orlando. But one thing I can always remember, though, was the smell of the orange blossoms. You could smell them the entire season all over Central Florida, because there were so many farms, and there were so many orange groves at the time that it perfumed the entire air, and that's all you could smell. September, October, it was just like a perfume in the air, and you just don't smell that anymore because the groves are gone. And that's what I really miss. What did I do for fun when I was in high school? I had to work. You know, I mean, I had to work, so I worked most summers and things like that, but when I could get away, I bought myself a little car, and I had a little surfboard, and I would go over to New Smyrna Beach, and I would surf. And I was a surfer girl, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and my sister was actually the Coppertone girl. They painted up her car, and she used to give out Coppertone samples at the beach at New Smyrna Beach, so that was my sister, Terry. Yeah. Friday nights, we would just, you know, hang out, go to different people's houses and things like that, you know. I mean, we really didn't have any hot spots. I remember that, though, that we used to always go see the fireworks, mainly in Altamont, because I don't remember if we had big fireworks displays going on downtown at the time, but we'd always go check out the fireworks. I was the school mascot at Lyman High School. I was a dog. I was the Lyman High School Greyhound mascot, so I had some fun with that, yeah, so. Nice. Yeah, I did spend a lot of Friday nights playing the mascot, and when you're a mascot in Florida, it's hot. Yeah, I got basketball season. I thought I was doing good. I should have taken football season. It was a lot colder out, but yeah, that's what I did with my Friday nights. Lake Eola Park, definitely, and Lou Gardens. I love Lou Gardens. I mean, I think it's a treasure not a lot of people know about, and whenever we have people coming in traveling to Orlando, I always tell them that we have a botanical garden, and they don't know anything about it. I mean, people hear about Disney and they hear about all these other things, and I think a lot of Orlando residents don't even realize how very fortunate we are to have this gorgeous botanical garden with all these amazing specimens from all over the world right in our backyard. Lake Eola, I like the fact that it's international. I like the fact that, you know, it's such a beautiful, large park. Of course, I love the fountain. I really hope we can get that fixed. You know, I hope that we think back, the fountain was broken. Yes, it was, and it took in a very bad budget year, it took a lot to get it fixed. So I hope that we could get that done. I can remember as a teenager being troubled and just having like a rough time and coming down to Lake Eola Park and just to think, and to sit on the benches and to watch the light cycle on the fountain. It was very relaxing for me. So that's something that it will always stay with me, and like I say, that's why I'm so passionate about getting it back to its former glory. The old Opera House. It's a shame. I can't remember what street it's on, but it's I think it's off Pine, and it's just an empty parking lot. But I really wish we had tried more to save some of these older buildings. I know it can be expensive, and I know sometimes we just think, you know, we have to do things for progress and things like that. But, you know, if you have a beautiful building with amazing architecture, which we don't have a lot of in Florida, we need to do what we can to try to preserve them. So that's one thing that I wish was still there. The old San Juan Hotel, I know it burned down. But like I say, we have so few historic buildings left, and I really wish we had tried to do a little bit more. In the 1970s, there was this push to just knock everything down. You know, everything had to be new. We were all new city, and everything had to get torn down. And I'm glad now that we have historic neighborhoods where people have gone in and said, you know what, we need to preserve this. We need to preserve how this neighborhood looks. And I represent most of the historic districts, and I'm proud of that because we have some beautiful neighborhoods, and they're some of the best in our city. Home away from home, hometown.
Home away from home, hometown. Nice.
Because I used to always think of Cleveland being my hometown, and I always thought I'd go back. But you fall in love with Orlando. There's just something about of course, the weather's amazing. The people are great. This is the first time I've ever known all my neighbors. I mean, there's really something about these neighborhoods that's so special and important. So home away from home, hometown. I mean, I never ever thought that I'd think about Orlando as my hometown. I always thought I'd go somewhere else. When I was in college, I always thought I'd go to New York or California or somewhere else to work because I was actually an art major. I never thought I'd end up in politics. So for me, to have stayed here and been a part of the government and the growth and the renaissance and just seeing so many great things happen, it's really exciting, and it's never what I would have expected to do or to be, but I always wanted to live downtown. That was really my dream.